Hello. Hi Mew. Hi Camino. Hi Felix. Hi Magla. Hi Pixel. So I may have told a little mistruth in the Discord a few hours ago, but thank you for that advance. Let's not talk about the past. Let's live in the moment, right? It's not good to dwell on the past. I don't know, it's like, how do I describe it? It's like I can, what I will usually do is I can tell, like, that I'll be really busy. Okay, so Monday is the busiest day for me. So usually I can kind of tell, like, if it gets to like 11 o'clock or midnight and I still haven't streamed, like, my rational brain is like, yeah, probably shouldn't stream today. You don't really have the time for that. You should probably just get into bed. But then it's like, I finish all my work and then it's like, well, what now? I'm not tired. And so here we are. So Mondays are my busiest days because I usually get like twice the amount of mail. So, you know. I think today I was sort of kind of productive. I think I was sort of kind of productive. I really don't know how I'm doing. Like today was another day where I only worked like, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours and not like the 6 that I would like to give them. The 6 or 7. You gotta fix your sleep schedule before you go to LA. Okay, going to sleep. Good night, Mew. Yeah, so average day at work. Or below average, I guess. And workout was actually pretty okay. It turns out that I was probably leaning to, or sorry, my cousins told me that, like, actually when you squat, you only really need to squat until your knees like make a 90-degree angle, and then anything past that is kind of a wasted effort, apparently. So I corrected my squat technique today. I think my cardio has definitely gotten a lot better. Like, I remember when I first started working out, I would get in my car and I would already feel nauseous. But like today, like I couldn't believe it. I was doing leg day and the elevated heart rate actually felt good. I don't know how to describe it. But I was like, wow, this is like, I felt like energized, not like exhausted by the workout. So I think for me, my limiting factor has always been, like, for the most part, my cardiovascular level, I guess. I've never really have had like I don't know. I've never had like the cardiovascularity of like the average person. I feel like mine is below average, but that's also because like much of my life I was kind of like dormant. So, like, certainly I think pretty much everyone that I know had a more active childhood than I did. So, yeah, hopefully, we're coming up on 2 months of working out. Like, in a few more weeks, I'll have been working out for 2 weeks straight, and hopefully we can keep it up. I'm excited to see like how I'll look in November before I go to the convention. I'm evolving. I am evolving. I mean, I feel like in terms of like who I want to be for the foreseeable future, I'm like, at least in the moment I am now, I'm like, 70% there. And like, I think, mm, I think like the remaining 30%, 10% of that is just like reinforcing extreme discipline, and the remaining 20% of that is like unresolved issues that I probably need to go to therapy for. But like, I think I'm 70% of like the person I want to be, so that's still pretty good, right? I think. Oh man, delicious. I'm drinking Gatorade Zero Cool Blue. That's what's on the menu tonight. Not water, because water is the devil. Unflavored water is the devil, and I wouldn't. Well, I wouldn't say I would never drink it, but yeah. As you guys know, I just like don't. I can only like drink unflavored water if I'm like eating something already, or I'm like genuinely thirsty. Like I can't just like drink it. I can't just like drink it like like kind of like sipping on it, because I don't know if this sounds childish, but like unflavored water kind of tastes like bland to me. Not bland, it tastes bitter to me. Maybe. I usually tell people that like I'm really sensitive to bitter things, but maybe it's actually just that like maybe it's more like the opposite. Like I just have a huge preference for sweet things, and that kind of makes bitter things seem worse than they actually are. I don't know. That probably sounds really childish. Speaking of which, like ever since I'm kind of like fiending, guys, because like I love eating desserts. I'm not the biggest like ice cream fan. Like I'll eat ice cream, but I'm more of a like fan of like pastries. Like I love like almost every pastry known to man, including cheesecake. I guess is cake a pastry? I don't know, but like mostly baked goods, right? Like all my dessert is usually baked goods, but I haven't had like something sweet in a long, and not in a long time, but like probably like 2 months now, maybe, or at least a month and a half, because I'm dieting, and it's like it's really hard for me to justify eating like desserts now, because like how bad like added sugar is for you, and I'm not particularly sure if like is like is added sugar empty calories? Like they obviously do something for you, right? They probably just, well, let's ask ChatGPT. Let's ask our genius ChatGPT. Are added sugars wasted calories? Not necessarily. Okay, they're considered the least useful, whatever that means, because they whatever that means. I mean, like we all know that like protein builds muscle, carbs are for like energy, and fats are like for bodily function, I guess. What is sugar for? Hello, Lone Wolf. How are you on this fine? What is today? I'm blanking. Monday. Well, I guess technically it's Tuesday in all of the U.S. now. Hello, Antissa. To be honest, when I just have fruits and stuff instead of sweets for a while, I stop craving them. Really? I feel like, I don't know. I mean, what fruits are like naturally kind of sweet? Maybe mango? Thank you for the follow, Zeddy. Berries? I have a bad experience with berries. Well, I don't really like blueberries. I don't like raspberries. I don't mind blueberries, but like they have to be like cooked down. I can't eat them like straight up. Uh, what other berries are there? Raspberries, blueberries. What else is it? Blackberries? Blackberries are actually pretty okay. I'll eat blackberries. Hmm. I just find they're not like I know like I, cherries count as a berry. Cherries are good. I wish like I don't know like raspberries are like super sour. Blueberries are like super tart. Blackberries are like the only ones I could probably eat regularly. Like I like blueberry pancakes and you know, stuff like that, but does that I don't know if that really counts. Like I like it when they're like you know super dehydrated and small. Mine are usually hello sayo, hello hello. Mine are usually sweet. Hmm. Well, I usually buy the frozen variety. Wait, really sweet? Do you buy them like you eat them raw, right? Huh. Mine are like always sour. And anyways, like I kind of wish I want to eat like more. Like obviously, berries are like one of the most like arguably some of the best like nutritional fruits for you. Like if there's like this video, I don't know if you guys have seen it. There's this videos on YouTube of this guy that like he makes like a tier list for like he makes like a tier list for like vegetables and fruits and like I very distinctly remember that on the fruits one that the berries are at the top. And berries are also cool because they give you fiber. You know, not a lot of things in the world give you fiber, but berries do. So, well, I guess like I used to buy them frozen, but I don't know, I just didn't like I'd rather eat. Right now I have apples, oranges, and bananas and dried raspberries with that have a little sugar in them, which I'm not happy about, but like that's like the spectrum of the fruits I eat. I know like they're pretty vanilla, but at least I can like tell that whenever I get one of those, I'll genuinely enjoy it. Whereas like I remember a lot of days me having to eat my daily dose of raspberries was generally something I was not looking forward to. I'm like low-key allergic to almost all fruits and some veggies. I have to take vitamins and reinforce my immune system and stuff. Yeah, I think you told me that. I think you mentioned this on one of the streams. I'm allergic to kiwi, but minor enough that you still eat it. That's crazy. I can, I mean, I can understand that though. Like, I couldn't imagine, for example, like people that are lactose intolerant. A lot of the times, you'll see like they know they're lactose intolerant, but they'll still like eat cheesecake or something because it's like you know the pleasure I guess is worth the pain. Or spicy food, I guess. You know, things like that. You can't taste after 30 minutes. Well, what? That's so scary. Like this is so like random, but like one of my friends got COVID with that back when that was like a thing, and he told me that he like was, and this is like apparently you know it's a pretty common symptom that like he literally lost like you know or he was losing his taste buds, like his ability to taste was like kind of depressed, and that was like so scary to me. I was like, wait, what? Like, have your taste buds been like? Did they get worse for the like permanently? And I never got COVID, so I would never know. But my friend tells me no, and like you know now he tells me that as far as he knows, his taste buds are back to normal. So that's cool. I sometimes are a little worse with no throat closing or anything like that. I like the spicy challenge people did when they couldn't taste. Oh, spicy challenges. Unfortunately, well, I don't know. I guess it wouldn't really matter to me because I would never do them. But where I live, no, there's no restaurants that have like a food challenge. I'm assuming you just mean like people like on stream or for content. They like eat spicy noodles or spicy chips or whatever. I would probably not do that. I know that's like a really popular like subathon, donathon goal, I would probably not do that. Hold on, I'm gonna message someone. Thank you for the follow, Intessa. No pepper challenge, but yes, puppy boy BFE stream. Well, one of those. Good night, Felix. One of those I feel like I enjoy a lot more. To be fair, I don't think that's. I think that's kind of like a apples to oranges comparison. I think they meant to type BFE, not FBE, because it's one of my redeems, and I've also joked about like if it being one of my like if I did ever do a Donodon, it being one of my goals. BFE stands for BFE stands for boyfriend experience. It's basically like RP where I pretend to be your boyfriend pretty much. Basically. That's not like my content, but you've never seen really. That's not like my normal content, but maybe once in a blue moon for a special occasion I would do something. Yeah, but I don't gravitate towards that kind of content personally. So I gotta type to this person. Sorry, I'm doing some business deals. Just you wait. Usually is a particular audience. What am I waiting on? What do you mean? Wait, are you threatening me? What? What do you what? Okay, sorry. I'm like, God, guys. I'm just getting busier and busier and busier. Ooh. I guess that's a good thing, but it's like I think at some point, like I don't know, it's hard. What? I had this opportunity made available to me, right? And it's like too good to pass up. Like it's really good opportunity, but it's also like it's wait, let me move my hold on, I gotta move my give me a second. I need to move you guys so I can do my work on my other monitor. Yeah, so I have this really good opportunity, and it's like it's I don't need the extra money. I really don't, but it's like it's such a good opportunity that's like it's hard to say no. It's like it's almost like I feel like considering like the amount of effort it takes, it would just be like really it'd be kind of idiotic almost for me to not do it. Like this, like I've said this before, the side hustle that I do that now takes me like 1 to 2 hours every day, it takes zero thought. It's pretty much all mechanical, and that's cool and all, but like if I didn't do it, for example, I could spend more time, I don't know, streaming or playing video games with my friends or reading books. Like that's what used to be my leisure time, I'm now using towards like more work in a sense, but it's just work that's not particularly stressful. I'll pick up a side hustle and just save it for a rainy day. I get that. You mean like one, like, like one that you can just do whenever you feel like it? So unfortunately, the one I have, it's not really something I can just like drop and pick back up. It's like an everyday thing, and it's like if I don't do the work every day, it's gonna pile up and make things really complicated. um, it's not like delivering food or anything like that. Speaking of which, have you? It's completely random. Have you guys ever heard of the app Too Good to Go? I highly recommend that to anyone trying to save money. It's like the greatest thing ever. Basically, like people, restaurants, like instead of throwing out their food, or like stores, instead of throwing away their stuff, they sell it on this app called Too Good to Go for like a massive discount, like usually like 70 to 80% off. And like, I don't know, you can get some pretty good stuff. For the most part, it's kind of just like restaurants that like got orders, like to go orders, but they never got picked up and they don't want to throw the food away. Sorry, I just had a completely random tangent. Money saving tip. No, I mean just have the extra money in case it is needed. Oh, I see. I saw a business or two spaced out here. You saw what? What was it? I mean, that's a good point, but like I already kind of have like my emergency fund laid out. I guess you could, I don't know. The app, I'm actually surprised that I even have anything in my like city, because the first time I heard about it like several years ago and I downloaded it, there was literally nothing near me. But now there's actually like a few places, not a whole lot, but still a few. GitHub is good for premium software, etc. You don't want to pay for as well. Some really trusted repos. I think, I mean, there's at least a few things I have on my computer that's from GitHub. Yeah, GitHub is great for like, well, I can understand like wanting to like, save money on software. Although there are, I shouldn't say that. There are more unethical ways to save money on software, but I don't encourage that. I'm obligated to say I do not encourage that. There's like this bay full of pirates and they kind of just hand out stuff for free. Anyways. Hi Convoy, hello. Go. I'm not the go, you're the go. How have you been? Have you been streaming? I don't check Twitch a whole lot, but I don't think I've seen you live in a minute. Wait. I'm following you, right? Wait. Oh wait, that's embarrassing. Wait, let me follow you. Okay, I'm following you now. Maybe that's why I haven't spotted you in 3 chats. Do you watch Convoy? In a way. Oh. How have you been? Now, Convoy, let me ask you a deeply philosophical, theoretical, hypothetical question. Very abstract. What makes someone a furry? Like, let's pretend that to be furry is an objective thing, not a subjective thing. Like, let's pretend, like, obviously, I think someone's a furry only if they want to be, right? But if we just like take a step outside of that, what makes someone a furry? Because a lot of people like to claim I'm a furry, and to which I tell them no. I'm totally not a furry. I get what you mean. I say the same thing all the time. I say the same thing all the time. I'm definitely not a furry. You're definitely not a furry at first glance. Wait, like for real? Facts? It's good to know. That's good to know. I mean, I know I'm not a furry, but it's good to know that I have been verified. The model, at least. Yeah. Like for me, I feel like people that are like humanoid, like half human, half beast don't really count as furries? Kimono? Is that the word? Isn't that describing cats though? Or is that just like the generic term for like halfsies? Anyway, yeah, I think generic. Well, I don't identify as a furry, but I do have a certain model that is definitely. I don't use it often. Maybe I'll use it one of these streams. I'll use it, but it, it definitely. I can't really like when I use that model. I can't really say I'm not, but that's for another day. Hopefully this week goes by fast, just like the last one. Oh, I have a physical on the 17th, I think. I need to call. I need to call tomorrow and confirm the date because they haven't even sent me any message about that. And then I have, as you guys know, I have a surgery coming up on the 28th. Pray for me that nothing goes horribly wrong. Please. Okay, anyway, I need to do some work. I think furry is when you're dead set on having a persona, fursuit, and the like, or at least including it somehow in your aesthetic. Okay, that makes sense. You hope it goes well. Yeah, I hope so too. I hope so too. I mean, it should be like a pretty massive, like, quality of life improvement for me. We shall see. Okay, what was I doing? Like, I need to. I can't. I wish I could tell you guys exactly what I'm doing, so I don't have to like. I could like narrate it, but I can't. This reason you're totally not a furry. Oh wait, let me look at this emote. Very nice. I think I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I could see myself adopting like a persona, like an OC. Like that's not out of this world for me. I don't think I have the. I don't think I have the. I don't think I have the courage to wear a fursuit. Not that I would want to anyway, but that'd be a bit too bold for me, I suppose. Oh, nice, very cute, very cute. Do you have a do you have a stream, like a character mascot, or like a stream mascot, like a little animal mascot thing? Most persons activate like an uncanny valley type response. Yeah, they just look kind of like too artificial, I guess. To me, like they look too much like someone tried to be something, but it turned out like a horrible science experiment. Is the way I perceive them. And sorry guys, I'm gonna be like turning my head between my 3 monitors over and over and over again as I do some work. I'm gonna try to keep yapping so that this is still an ASMR stream and not lose myself in thought. Oh my god, it's almost 3 a.m. This is gonna be a short stream, obviously. I mean, all my streams lately have been short, but I'm certainly not gonna stream long on it when I started stream at like 2:12 a.m. It's probably another day. Actually, do I have any meetings tomorrow? Oh no, let me look. Oh god, I'll do that after stream. I think I have a meeting in the morning. Oh dear god, that's gonna suck. That girl I've been telling you guys about at my work, by the way, that like I've told you only uses, like, it literally uses AI for everything. I looked at some of her work today and she has not changed. I'm starting to be of the opinion that she might not know at all what she's doing, because I know my manager has talked to her about it and she's still doing it. But I think she might, I think she, I don't know. She, like, I'm not convinced she actually knows how to program at this point. Or, like, she hasn't really given me any indication that she has. I wonder if, like, she somehow, my kind of like conspiracy theory is she somehow cheated her way into the job. Like, she cheated the interview, either by, like, using AI or by having someone else do it for her or some way. And now that she has the job, she's just trying to use AI to, like, stay as long as possible before she gets fired. But, like, not a single thing that she's done has, like, made me think, like, wow, she is intelligent, like, or wow, she knows what she's doing. um well, hopefully, well, and I don't like, I'm not praying for her downfall, but it's more like I don't want to like, she like makes everyone else's lives harder because we have to, like, pick up after her, basically. So that's not very fun. So, like, I don't want her to, like, don't want to work with her if she keeps doing that. But also, not only that, it's kind of demoralizing when there's, like, someone on your team that obviously doesn't know what they're doing, but they're being paid the same as you, and you definitely know what you're doing. Like, I think that's very, at least to me, very demoralizing. I hope that she gets gone, so she's not dragging the team down. Like I said, my manager has literally told me that she's brought it up to her about, like, the AI over reliance, and I think she's still doing it. Like, I looked at some of her code today, and it was like, it was still very AI centric. So yeah, I don't know. I wonder, like, well, what other jobs could you really do that in? I feel like my job, like, which is software engineering, is, like, one of those jobs, like, that benefits the most from AI. So you can fake it for a pretty long time. Like, I don't know if you could do the same thing, like, in accounting, for example. Like, I doubt it. Maybe you could do it for, like, I don't know, like programming is, or software engineering, like, is, like, a large chunk of it is programming, right? And, like, programming is inherently something that LLMs are good at doing because, like, programming in of itself is kind of a language, right? So I don't know. I mean, at least she's not a jerk or anything. That's like the one saving grace. She's a kind person. But okay, I'll give you a guy's an example. Like, what she does is kind of, like, the way that she operates is in a way kind of disrespectful. I've kind of said this. I've said this on stream before, but just to recap, whenever someone, like, if you guys don't know how, like, basically when you're a software engineer, typically when you write new code, your coworkers review it and they leave comments on it. And then you have to, like, respond to those and address them, and then only then can you, like, your code be accepted, right? Basically every time, literally, I don't think I've ever seen her not do it. Every time someone leaves a comment on her code, she takes what the other person said and she puts it into like an AI, and she copy and paste the response back. And I know this because like the way like you can easily tell when something is written by AI at this point, right? Like the way that she speaks, or the way that like her responses to all the comments is like really robotic. It's like it doesn't like write naturally at all. So like anyways, when someone, my point being is when someone invests their real human time like in something on your behalf, and then you take that and you respond to them with AI, I feel like that's kind of disingenuous and disrespectful. Like it's not like honoring the person's time or their effort, I feel. Especially if the AI gets it wrong and misinterprets it, which it often does. Yeah, so that like I don't think she's like I don't think she has like bad intentions. I think it's just more like, yeah, like I said, she's just trying to coast as long as she possibly can without getting like caught, I guess. Although at this point, kind of everyone on the team kind of realizes she doesn't know what she's doing. Like everyone. There was this, we had a meeting, so this girl, like in her first week, she broke something. Like she broke something pretty bad, and like it made like it impacted our customers, which is like the worst case scenario when something goes wrong. It's not really a big deal if something goes wrong when it doesn't impact any customers, but like this thing did, and it was because she didn't test what she was supposed to test. Like she didn't do her due diligence. But anyways, we had a meeting to talk about like what went wrong, and she had like a document written up that I assume was mostly written by AI, and like I genuinely had questions about it, and like this is how I knew she had no idea what she's talking about. I would like people would ask her questions, and then she would kind of like she would do that thing that like CEOs do and politicians do, where like they get asked a question and they either don't, like it's uncomfortable for them, or they don't know how to answer it. So she would like just deflect and just like murmur, or she basically just like she would just say like a whole bunch of nothing. Like she would, I would ask her a question, and then she would just like skim to a part of the document that she wrote that was completely unrelated and start reading it. And it's like she didn't actually ever answer my question. And then I remember like she did this to me twice. Like I was like, yeah, hey, like I was, I basically said, like I said something along the lines of, hey, maybe, sorry, I'm just a little like unfamiliar, sorry, like excuse my ignorance, but could you please take a step back and explain what this means exactly? And then she, like I said, she did that thing where she just like skimmed to some random part of the document and started reading it. And then after that, she asked me like, she's like, so like, did that make sense? And I just oh my god, I didn't want to put her on the spot, right? It's not like a public meeting is not the place to put someone on the spot. Like she asked me, like, did that make sense? And I just had this big fucking grin on my face because obviously she's like, we can all tell she's bullshitting the entire meeting, and she has the gall to ask me if what she just said makes sense. So basically, I just have like this shit-eating grin on my face. I just have to be like, yeah. Like I like hesitantly, I'm like, yeah. Oh my god. Like I didn't, or maybe no. Like I didn't want to put her on the spot, but it was just so crazy for her to ask me that. I think she's aware that we all know that she doesn't know what she's doing at this point. Like, like she's making these mistakes that you wouldn't expect someone that has experience in the field to make. And like it's really alarming because they like these small mistakes, like these basic mistakes, like really suggest that she doesn't have basic competency um in her like in her skill set, I guess. But like I don't understand, like it's not, I've looked at her, like her experience, and she has like really good experience. And like the company that we work for, I know they conduct a background check. So like I don't think her experience is like false. Like there's this one company she worked at for like 2.5 years. Like there's no way you could like get by that long without knowing what you're doing. Um, I don't know. It's so bizarre because like either she's posing as someone else, like a case of stolen identity or something, or she just like has decided that she's not gonna try anymore. Well, both of those are pretty alarming. But like I said, there's like she's been making these mistakes that like I would not expect someone who's been working even for like a year at this job to be making. And supposedly she has 4 years of experience. So and it's like I don't know, it's like I don't want to, at the same time I don't want to like bully her. Like I don't want to make it seem like it's like all like the team is out to get her, because like to me it doesn't really matter to me in like other than my work, like in a more like general sense, whether she gets fired or not is a little consequence to me. So like I'm not like praying that she gets fired or anything, but it's like if she continues to like not do her job correctly and make inconvenience the rest of the team, then I would like her to get fired, obviously. But like insofar as like who she is as a person, I think she's pretty fine. Like she seems like kind enough. Like I could see myself like maybe not necessarily being her friend, but like she's someone that can like hold a cordial conversation. She definitely has like emotional intelligence. She definitely is mature. I guess that kind of makes it harder though, because that would imply that she knows exactly what she's doing. Like that would imply she she can't claim like ignorance. Like she's well aware that she's just like doing the bare minimum, I guess. I don't know. Fortunately, like technically she's on my team, but she works on a different project than I do. So like she doesn't really affect me that much. The people that work in her project that have to review her code and she reviews their code, I couldn't. One of them has like one of the lead engineers on that team has like told me in private about his great frustrations with her. So I feel for him. Okay, sorry, that was just a ramble about work. When you do something like 6 to 7 hours a day, it's kind of on your mind a lot. But it's also like I just get anxious. I get a little anxious every single day because like I'm just like thinking like, man, I hope tomorrow is not, there's not hard problems that I have to solve or something like that. I do need to wake up early tomorrow though. Like there's some stuff I need to read that I should have read before. Tomorrow will probably be, well, tomorrow's my rest day, so I'll have at least like an hour and a half I usually wouldn't have. So I'll try to use that extra time to like be more productive at work, because I feel like the past few days I have not been that productive, or at least not nearly as productive as I could be. I could still technically be meeting the bar, but I want to I guess it kind of depends on the company, but in general in life, I've never been the kind of person to just like do the bare minimum. Not because like I'm an overachiever, but it's more like I just want to like I guess I am an overachiever, but not like to impress anyone else. More so just to have like have pride in myself and my own ability. If that makes sense. mm Like I think like honestly, I think with like how the output I'm doing now, like if I work, I think I could work like 6 hours a day, 5 to 6 hours a day, and that would be enough to like that would be acceptable at my job. I probably wouldn't get promoted or anything, but like I don't think anyone would like complain basically. Um, but like I don't know. I feel like I feel like it's healthy to feel guilty if you feel like you're not delivering on a promise, right? Like I really don't like people that develop like a minimum effort like mindset at their job. Like for lack of better words, people that are lazy and then they try to like morally justify it. I really don't like that like kind of trait in people. Like even if I'm doing something that I don't think is particularly meaningful, or if I don't, or even if I'm doing something that I think like is like beneath me, I'm still gonna give it my best effort. And I think that's like where the disconnect happens for a lot of people that don't work hard. They feel like either the job is like not meaningful enough for them, or they think the job is beneath them, and that can be like that's usually in terms of like how much it pays. And I mean, if you're not gonna, I don't think it's controversial to say like if you're not gonna give your all to a job, then like don't apply. Like you're being disingenuous by like accepting a job with the intention that you're just gonna like kind of coast until you eventually get fired, or just like do below the what's like expected of a productive employee. I mean, and that's honestly like why I think, and we all know that's also why like a lot of like fast food and retail has like high turnover, because the skill set required is very minimal, and because the pay is so low, they end up hiring like a lot of people that like, if nothing else, just like do not like to work hard. But maybe they realize they can coast and collect a few paychecks before they get fired. I don't know. Nom 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 nom. I think, and I've said this before, I think like being known as someone that really tries and is a hard worker is like arguably one of the most valuable traits as like employee. Like second being your technical ability of doing the job itself, I guess. But and a lot of like I think there's a lot of jobs where like they'd be willing to train you and like keep you if you just showed Aaron, hello. Thank you for the raid. How was your stream? How was stream? Thank you for the follow, Nintendo. Hello, bud. How was the stream? Are you going to eep? Hi, Raiders. My name is Fel, and I just yap under this tree about nothing of importance. Hello, Ashmer. Hello. Hello. Hi, buddy. You like that? That's me doing my Heron impression. Hi, buddy. Thank you for the shout out. You're welcome. Of course. You like trees? Me too. And I have my little friend in the back there. I still don't know what like, I haven't given him a name yet. One of these days. And how was your stream? What did you talk about? Did you practice your yandere more? Dropping the kiddos off at daycare with you? I can't believe that's how you view your chat. Not too much today was chill. That wolf cub is adorable. Thank you for the follow, Scarlett. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to correct you, Coco. That thing in the background and myself, we are both foxes. Just to let everyone know, I'm a fox, not a cat, not a wolf. But you know, people misrace me or misspecies me all the time, so no, you're good, you're good, you're good. What are you doing now, Heron? You gonna get ready for bed? I feel like wolf is just the most common, really? Among like male VTubers. Thank you for the follow, Nianis? Among male VTubers, is wolf really the most common? We have to think. I guess like I wouldn't be surprised because I guess wolves tend to be more like associated with masculinity. I guess I could see that. Like wolves are generally viewed as like a quote unquote strong animal. I don't know. I think I mentioned this before. Like the reason why I decided to be a fox is because I felt like being a cat. Well, I think being a cat or a dog for me was a bit too submissive leaning. So like, but like I couldn't be. I don't think I could be as masculine as like a wolf. So I think like a fox was a good compromise. In furry communities, it is. Oh, that is true. Yeah, no, I agree with that for sure. And in furry communities, like wolf personas are like extremely common. Yeah, I felt like for me, just a fox was the most fitting. You guys weren't here, but I was having a conversation earlier with Convoy about what makes someone a furry. And I think we kind of agreed that people that are like kimono, like half, like I guess like kind of my avatar, my model, like not full on beast, I guess, or like doesn't qualify as a furry. I'm interested in hearing opinions on that. Parent ignored your pickup lines? Well, you know, some people. So what did the fox say? He talked about what it means to be a furry. That's what the fox says. There's a chart? Really? Where do I find this chart? Where do I find this? It sounds very scientific. I think, okay, not to like, I don't know how, like, the dynamics of Heron's stream, but like, it's like, you know, it's like, you kind of want to be, I don't know how serious you are, but like, in general, not to say that this is with you, but like, in general, you, like, when it comes to like watching streamers, you probably don't want to ever do anything that might imply you're flirting with them in any capacity. Because like, well, maybe like, let me I think like maybe like 30 to 40% of the time, 30% of the time, the streamer will actually be flattered. 30 to 40%. The other 30 to 40%, they'll be indifferent to it, and then like 10 to 20%, it'll make them uncomfortable, and it's like, it's not worth, you know. It's kind of, in my eyes, it's not really worth the risk. How will I be deceived? Well, I actually, that's from, I told my Discord server like 3 hours ago that I wasn't going to stream tonight because it was really late, and then I ended up streaming. So that's where the deception came in. I have this tendency to, like, I was saying this earlier, but like I'll usually like tell people I'm not gonna stream because I know it's the responsible thing to do, and then I'll just do it anyway when really late when I should instead be in bed. Thank you for the follow, J-Town. This has been a multiple occurrence, by the way. Like, there was this one time I started to stream at 4 a.m. on a work day, and like I should be up at 8:30 every day is what I should do, or more technically probably like 8 a.m. if I want to like get some sunlight before work. But you know, who cares about all that? I need to stream. I need to meet more people. Streaming to meet people is the best. This is how I put myself out there. I thought to see you guys are not really live, so I had to double check. Oh. The two ways that I like meet, well, like I go to the gym technically, but like, you know, once you go to a gym enough, you're like, especially a small one, you'll kind of have like, you know, at some point you'll have at least seen every single person that regularly goes, and so the only time you'll meet new people is when new people join the gym, and for a small gym that's probably pretty rare, right? Or at least it is at my gym. Now for context, I think I pay $28 a month for my gym membership, and that's only because it's subsidized by my work. If I'm not mistaken, if it wasn't subsidized, the membership cost like $50 a month or something insane like that. Let's see, membership price. Oh no, $35 a month, not $50, $35. That's still pretty expensive. Like I would just, like an affordable gym membership is somewhere in between, like in my mind, 10 and 20, and like a lot closer to like 10 than 20. Like usually like somewhere between 10 and 15, at least in my area. Anyways, yeah. So I don't really consider going to the gym at this point, like putting myself out there, because at this point I kind of know most of the people there, or at least I'm familiar with them. So this is really the only way, like streaming is really the only way I consistently meet new people now. You thought they were cheaper? I live in one of the cheapest places in the United States, so I can't speak for all states. But like my first gym membership, I was paying $12 a month, which is more like what I would expect. But like, yeah, generally speaking, that tends to only be like, that was only for like, because it was a promotion for my first year, and after that it was $18 a month. Like I said, I think somewhere between 10 and 20 is pretty like reasonable for like a, you know, a franchised gym. I've heard people say the gym membership was like $70 per month. What? Well, I think it also kind of depends on like, okay, so like, let's kind of go over like all the things that justify it, right? So like, one is like availability. So like, my gym is open 24/7, and I would hope any super expensive gym is also open 24/7, 365. That's one of the main reasons why I got the membership. Okay, two, the equipment. I would expect the more expensive gyms to have all the equipment I need, even if that means they should have like all the niche machines. Like there shouldn't be a machine that I want that's not there, and they should have multiple bench presses and multiple squat racks, such that there's never a time, even at the busiest hour, that I might have to wait for something, right? So like those are the two main things for people, like the time the gym is open, and like the availability of like the equipment. And then everything else, I guess, are like fringe benefits, like fringe benefits, like, you know, like showers and like saunas, I guess. Like some gyms have like this weird, they have like a x-ray thing that like they scan your body, and then you can like measure your body fat or something. Yeah, and then I guess like personal trainers, and I think you need to like you need to like kind of find a balance between like what you're actually going to use though, right? You don't want to spend a whole bunch of money on the gym membership and like half of the perks you don't even use. Like I'm pretty sure with my old Crunch Fitness membership, you get like occasionally you get like free sessions with a personal trainer, and I just never used those. And in hindsight, that probably would have been pretty good to do because my form is terrible. I have some pretty sucky form. I don't hurt myself these days, but I know it could be better. For sure. Does anyone here have experience taking yoga classes or Pilates or any kind of like directed class? Because I'm very curious how much they cost in relation to a gym membership. You're back. Welcome back, Sayo. Let's ask ChatGPT. Or let me just look up near me. Pilates class near me. Club. Okay. Alright. How much does this cost? First class free. Okay, how much does it cost? Okay, I'm asking ChatGPT, god dang it. How much does Pilates class cost per session on average? Pilates to me feels like a very like luxurious thing since you're paying per class. Okay, group sessions 10 to 20 per class, 20 to 40. Typical studio classes 20 to 40 per class. Yeah, that's just like, that's insane, right? Like, you spend the amount, like the cost of a gym membership for a month is one Pilates class. And I imagine people go, like the people that are into it go multiple times a week, right? If you're trying to get exercise. Is like, I don't know, I need to do some research. Like, is Pilates like better than weightlifting? I guess I'm trying to understand like in what ways does it like in what ways it's super beneficial. I think like for me, other than like a personal trainer telling me how to fix my form, in general, it's nice to like have someone hold you accountable and like give you encouragement like as you're lifting. Like basically like, while you're lifting, someone telling you like, you can do it, come on. Do you want to do Pilates? No. Well, I don't want to say I don't want to do it. But I'm just like kind of curious like why someone would do it, like what are the main benefits of doing it. I probably wouldn't do it anyway because it sounds super expensive, but like I'm just wondering if I'm missing out on something that I should not. Like maybe it'd be like super complimentary to my workout routine. Something that I've been wanting to do is like get more involved in like stretching exercises, which I guess technically is yoga. Like, cause on my rest days I don't do anything, and it kind of makes me feel restless. Cause like I'm just so used to going to the gym that on the days I have to rest, obviously, it feels odd. So, yeah, I would like to kind of get into like a stretching routine on my rest days. What's my split? I do PPL, push pull legs, rest, push pull legs, rest until the end of time. I might start doing, I asked my friends what was their opinion of like push pull rest versus push pull legs, push pull legs rest versus push pull legs then rest. So in other words, like, half as many rest days. And they pretty much told me that like it's probably better to get more rest than to like to do more volume in terms of like your, I guess, overall like improvement, I suppose. I buy it. I feel like at some point like you're I imagine your workout volume at some point has diminishing returns. I do upper lower rest, PPL rest. Oh, that's interesting. That's very interesting. I've never heard of someone like doing like a body section and a PPL at the same time, like alternating. And when I first started out, I was doing the more traditional, like, you know, like today's back day, today's arm day, today's chest day, blah 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 blah, today's shoulders. But then like my friend kind of put me on PPL, and that's what I've been doing ever since. I'm not really, I don't know, I feel like it's easy to get lost in trying to find like the best routine. Like that's one of those things that you can just like sit there trying to optimize for hours and hours and hours and not really accomplish much. So I just pick the program and I'm sticking with it, which I think is the most important thing to do, right? My workout routine, if anyone is curious, is kind of like a variation of like the famous like beginner Reddit PPL routine. I basically like took their routine and then just like subbed out the things I didn't like. It's 3 a.m. for you. Okay, good night, Nintendo. Good night, good night, good night, good night, good night. More recently, I've been doing upper rest, lower PPL rest because your schedule. I mean, some people don't even have a fixed schedule. Some people just like, I know a lot of like super like buff people, super fit people that just like they don't even have a routine. They just go when they can go because like they have such like hectic lives. Like one of the biggest dudes I ever met at the gym told me that like he just goes when he can. Hi, Dulcet. Shouldn't you be in bed? Shouldn't you be asleep? Isn't it a bit late for you? Not that I'm on the talk, but yeah, let me give you a shout out. Everyone go check out Dulcet. She's so comfy. One of the comfiest ASMR streamers out there. Yes. Are you watching me from bed? That would be such an honor. Oh yeah, I try to keep things scheduled. Sometimes I gotta cover a shift or get extra homework. Yeah, I try not to. I'm very fortunate that my life is pretty consistent for the most part. You're watching from bed? Oh, nice. Well, I'm also the kind of person that like even if like I do have to work a bit longer, like I'll still, I don't know. Like I'm the type of person that I really need to keep up with my routines to stay disciplined. Like if I take too long of a break, I'll definitely like fall out of my routines. So like even if it's super impractical, like even like for example this stream, right? It was like I said, I probably should have just went to bed instead of streaming. But I kind of knew in the back of my head, if I didn't stream tonight, I might like get like brain worms about streaming tomorrow, and then maybe I won't stream tomorrow, and then who knows what happened, right? So, like a lot of times I'll stream or I'll go to the gym, even if like technically I don't have the time to, or I have more important things to do, but just because like I know I need to keep my like streak going, I guess, or my mental like shift. Not yet. Well, when you do go to bed, I hope you sleep well. Jay. Alright, I want everyone that's comfortable saying, name a thing that like is, name something that is a luxury for you that you probably like you spend a bit of money on, but you could easily do without it. So I think for a lot of people, that's like getting coffee in the morning, like going to Starbucks every day or something like that. For me, it's like, I think I mentioned this. For me, it would be like diet soda. Obviously, like, you know, I'd probably save a lot more money if I just drank water. But also, like, I pay for Walmart Plus every year. It's $100 a year to get my groceries delivered. Um, I can make the argument though that like, because when you get, I don't know if you guys know this, if you get Walmart Plus, you can get gas from Sam's Club. I think I can make the argument that it's worth it because like, I don't know if I probably don't actually save $100 over the course of a year by getting the gas from there because I don't drive that much anyway, but you know, it has some utility to me other than just getting my groceries delivered. What else can I do? Like I'm trying to think of the things I consistently spend money on that would probably, well, same thing with like the gym membership. Like I said, like I spent $28 for a gym membership, but there's one that's cheaper that I know is only $17 a month. But like look at this one, and the other one that's $17 a month actually has more equipment. But this one that's $28 a month is like much closer to me, and it's open 24/7, so it's just a lot more convenient. Yeah, I guess just like it's, if you have a hard time thinking about it, just like think about like what things are in your life that you pay for the convenience. I don't really think there's any food related things I do that I like. I don't eat out a whole lot ever since I started dieting. I might eat out like maybe once or twice a week, which for me, I know that for people that probably sounds like normal, but for me that's actually not like a little bit, because there have been periods in my life where I ordered food every single day. So only ordering out like once or twice a day is like for me like not a little bit, I guess. What else? Yeah, no, I think that's pretty much it. I'm sorry if you guys just heard my phone beep. And my model is gonna be dead for a little bit. Oh god. I need to check my text. Maybe buying gifts for people sometimes, or some subscriptions. Let me think. So I have Spotify. I think that's reasonable, right? I have Amazon Prime. Any subscription that like saves you money in some way, I think is justifiable. So Amazon Prime is reasonable. I don't have any subscriptions to like any like Netflix or HBO or Paramount or blah blah blah. I don't have any like television subscriptions. Spotify is just like a given. Who doesn't have a Spotify subscription? What else do I have? Let me check. I have this all written down in like a budget spreadsheet that I have for myself. Okay, it doesn't want to open. That's cool. I think that's it. Just Amazon Prime, Walmart Plus, and Spotify. I've never tried Apple Music. I don't. Is it cheaper? I have to look. If it is cheaper, it's probably not cheaper, not by much. Yeah, I'm trying to think like, if there's anything I buy other than the soda that like is like more of like like personally, guys, I don't buy like fancy anything. Like when I go to the store, I've said this before, I get like the store brand eggs. Like I get the Great Value eggs. I get the store brand like meat. You know, I get and I get like the most basic brand of everything else. Pretty much like, okay, well, I guess there are some things that I won't get the store brand for if it's like a really like just cemented like brand. Like for example, I won't get the Great Value mac and cheese. I'll get the Kraft mac and cheese. I'm not gonna get like Great Value pasta. I'll get Barilla, and I won't get Great Value peanut butter. I'll get the what is it called? Jiffy? I forget what it's called. But like, I don't go for like the expensive brands, but I will go for like the brands that are just like, you know, still pretty cheap, but like are just kind of like very popular, I guess, like very like cemented and culture, I guess. Mm-hmm. Like basically what I mean is like the brands I go for aren't really that much more expensive than the generic. So mm, I probably shouldn't. Therapy is probably not like therapy is a luxury, but I probably shouldn't view it that way. Like it's a luxury for people that can afford it, but like I probably shouldn't view it as like, oh, you know, if I have extra money, I'll get therapy. I should probably just get it anyway. Mm, I've been also like I have a really like old car, guys. I have a 2012 Honda Civic. Like many people have asked me when I'm gonna get a new car, and I've been like, honestly, I'm trying to like literally drive this thing into the ground because I do not want to spend money on a new car. Hi, Wooye, hello, good night. Are you having a good? I guess I don't want to say good evening. Are you having a good night tonight? Hello, hello, hello. Oh my god, what was I doing? Oh yeah. I'm actually sorry if I get distracted, guys. I'm like sort of kind of doing work in the background. Just a little bit though, not like super intense. I wouldn't call it a co-working stream because it doesn't require a whole lot of focus to do what I'm doing right now. I don't know. Maybe it's not healthy for me to be like this side hustle of mine is like I'm kind of working on it like almost all day. Not almost all day, but just like whenever I have free time, I find myself thinking about it. Probably not healthy to do that. Probably not. You don't want to like take your work home with you, which is a bit harder for me because I work from home. But for example, like I have my work set up in like the living room, but originally my work setup was in my bedroom. But like I think this like the psychological is this like the psychology behind it is like you don't want to associate your bedroom with working. Like you don't like well like it kind of goes both ways. Like then you might just like be more you might be more willing to work when you shouldn't be, or vice versa. You might be willing to not work when you should be. Like if your bed is right there, you might be tempted to just lay in it. What was I doing? I'm blanking. Okay, here we go. I think like the healthy approach is you want to like if you work a 9 to 5, you want to try your best. You want to give your best effort in those 8 hours that you're obligated to give to your employer. And then the moment it like you know the moment you clock out for the day, you should like you know work should not even cross your mind. Like that's probably like the standard, right? The healthy way of doing things, I imagine. I hear that you shouldn't ever be in your bed unless you're sleeping. Yeah, I heard that too, because you want to like keep your bed associated with sleep in your brain. That's definitely one of the things like the 3 main things that people associate with sleep hygiene I don't do. Like for example, like well, I mean these days I don't really get in my bed unless I'm sleeping. So I guess I'm doing that better. But that's more of me just like because like I'm just so busy, not because I don't want to. Like if I wasn't if I had more free time, I probably would bed rot. I used to do that a lot. The thing where you get sunlight as soon as you wake up, that's really not that difficult to do, and I should do that. Like I really should do that. Like even if it just means like walking outside for 10 minutes. Well, I'm really bad about that, even though it's so low effort. And then the one thing I can't see myself being able to do is like the thing, you know, where they say like don't look at any screens, including your phone, like an hour before bed. that would be very difficult for me to keep up with. I think. I mean, I know I could do it, but just like between all the things that I'm always thinking about and all the work I need to do, it just like I think it'd be really hard for me to disconnect for an entire hour. Plus, I talk to all of my friends online. It'd just be really hard to do that. I think one day though, I do want to challenge myself to like not use the internet outside of work, because then like I don't know, I think it'd just be good in general to like restore my pleasure in things. Like I think if you kind of like go without doing something that you used to enjoy for a long time, not because you don't want to do it, but because of like for like disciplinary reasons, you'll either you'll like you'll regain that excitement to do it because you've taken a huge break, or B, you'll have taken such a large break that like you don't even want to go back to doing it. I think for me, like for example, for video games, I'd want to probably lean the first thing. And that's only because like all my friends pretty much play video games, so that's like the one thing we all have in common. And if I were to just stop doing that, it would make it a lot harder to justify being with my friends, I guess. But also I sometimes wonder like, not to like bash video games or anything, but just like in general, like how much more productive I'd be if I just stopped playing video games altogether. Well, given that most of my days now are filled with work, hello, maybe Grant. Given that most of my days now are filled with work, I guess I'm not too far off, because these days I rarely play video games anyway. Thank you for the follow. Like honestly, like when it comes to like if I have free time, video games is like kind of low in my like list, which is like I don't know. Like I would rather talk to friends than play video games. I guess I wouldn't mind like playing. Like I play video games with my friends if they ask me to. I'd probably rather watch. I definitely would rather watch videos or shows than play video games at this point. Yeah, I mean, I people would know this, but like I have long since like lost, or not lost, but like video games aren't nearly as fun for me as they used to be. Maybe I'm just getting older though. Maybe I'm just, getting old, cliche. Work is literally the death of video games. I think video games are definitely lower on the list. Yeah, and I don't mean that from like a productivity standpoint. It's just like I generally just don't enjoy them as much as I used to. Like I enjoy talking to people a lot more than video games, or like a good conversation. I remember back when I was in school, like when we were all younger, that like when playing video games was almost kind of like it was a lot more taboo to play video games when I was in elementary school or in middle school. Or no, I guess more so in elementary school. Like playing video games was very much still seen as kind of like a nerdy thing. What time is it for me? I am in central time zone. It is 3:44 a.m. A deep talk with a friend is always nice. I love like deep talks with my friends. Well, mostly because like I consider all of my friends to be pretty thoughtful people when they want to be. So, like, oh, you're in Eastern time zone. Like this kind of sounds. I don't mean for this to sound like transactional, but like I appreciate when a friend is always teaching me things, like not necessarily like intentionally, but like oftentimes when I'm having conversations with my friends, they'll like give me perspectives I've never considered, or they'll say something like really insightful. And it's like, wow, this is why you're my friend, because I respect your intelligence and your wisdom. I think I should probably, honestly, I need to like, I need to be willing to like talk to like a wider range of people. I definitely think I need to broaden my horizons in more ways than one. Like people, obviously you gravitate towards people that are like you. Hi Chunky. I'm probably gonna end soon, yeah. Watching the stream while building Legos, is that a W? I mean, I would probably do something similar. I tend to watch, like, if I do watch ASMR, I'm usually doing something else. So yeah, that sounds comfy. I'm probably gonna end in a few minutes. Yeah, we're almost at we're already at an hour and a half, and I need to go to sleep. Alright, yeah, I should have went to sleep 2 hours ago, but yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream now. I need to find someone to raid. Sorry, Chunky. I'm sorry. Oh, let's raid Yenna. Oh, let's see if we can find anyone a little. Oh goodness. Oh man. A little like someone a bit smaller. Okay, we might just end up having the raid Yenna. No talking? I don't like ASMR where the person doesn't talk at all. Personally. Oh, this person might. Hold on, let me put my. Guess what? What? Make it quick. Chicken butt? Man. No way. This person seems really cool. We'll raid them. She seems pretty comfy and she's doing tingles. Alright, thank you all for coming. Have a good day, good night, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'll see you next time, which is probably going to be tomorrow, or I guess technically today. Tomorrow, today, who knows? I've been trying to stream every day, and so far we've been keeping up with it. Bye, maybe. Bye, Junkie. Bye, Sale. Bye, anyone else. Here's the raid message. Please use the raid message. It makes me happy. Bye, guys.